What's going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be going over some massive whales moving into Cardano, huge TVL bumps, a lot of investors from institutions coming in, as well as Ethereum Bridges being built and ready to launch next week. Let's get into the video. First things first, whales. There are a lot of them out there, but recently in the past day or so there has been 23 new Cardano stake pools, and each of them is about fully saturated with 62 million ADA a pop. This equates to about 1.5 billion ADA that is now being staked that wasn't before, and brings us to a 74% of all ADA being staked, where over the past I think year it's been around 69 to 72. I have not seen 74 myself ever since I've been in Cardano. So this is pretty massive. I would say this is some whale delegation. It appears that scrolling down through this thread, this might be a Coinbase action right here, but nonetheless, this is staked ADA. Yes, it could be sold. Yes, it could be taken off the market. But if someone's going to go through the hassle of hiring someone to make 23 stake pools and then fill them up with wallets of 31 million ADA each, likely this is going to stay here, and we are going to see even more demand and less supply for Cardano. So that's really bullish. Speaking of stake pools though, if you do want to stake with a stake pool to earn passive ADA on your ADA, you can do so with the Jack stake pool. Keep that in mind, please. Now, moving along, price of Cardano, right? Everyone cares about price. It is nice to see your investments go up. It does give you that tingly feeling that, hey, maybe I did do something right. And today we are seeing a 96-cent Cardano, which is pretty nice. I believe it did get very close to $1. Practically our dollar stablecoin we all know and love, ADA. The rest of the market appears to be moving up. But outside of this, outside of the price, there's much more going on than just the number going up. And there is more numbers going up, including the TVL at 400 million now. And this is without some interesting things that I'm going to talk about in today's video, Mokamada, a layer 2 solution coming out next week, which I want to touch a bit more on. And also a bunch more dApps yet to come within the next quarter of this year, which will, in my opinion, boost this a ton. Not only dApps built with Mokamada, but also dApps in general that are still building now that have yet to deploy and have had a lot of anticipation. Other DEXs and other DeFi protocols like Liquid Finance are going to do crazy things to this number that is not just 400 million, but probably in the billions. Now, I also want to go over that Grayscale, a very Cardano Pro friendly investment firm, has now added a new portfolio, the Grayscale Smart Contract Platform X Ethereum Fund. Basically, this fund is going to be leveraging smart contract platforms outside of Ethereum and hedging their bets, essentially. In this portfolio, something really interesting is that the weightings of the portfolio are heavily in favor of Cardano. Also Solana, but Cardano is the top by a few decimal points of a percent. So nothing too crazy more, but a lot of their fund is in Cardano. And if that's not saying something from Grayscale Investments, I don't really know what is. Now, moving along towards Mokamada, because I think that is also very interesting and very important for this upcoming week, is that TVL is going to be sweet with Mokamada. Basically, all of the people ready to launch, or multiple people are ready to launch on Mokamada for Cardano next week. So this is pretty big. I don't know what to say. dApps are going to be deployed swiftly because they have all of Ethereum's tooling, and next week is the likely release date for a lot more than people are thinking. At least that's what I'm thinking. Now, if you don't know what Mokamada is, not only will Mokamada's layer 2 solution allow for further scalability and throughput and overall a better user experience in terms of how fast the transactions go through and all that, but also this is going to allow any Ethereum developer, anyone who wants to use Solidity, to port over their projects to other blockchains, including Cardano, which is absolutely massive, given that the tooling on Ethereum side of things for developers is much further along than Cardano and other blockchains. Already right here, we have an announcement from MiseSwap basically saying, hey, Mokamada announcement coming, and they have been teasing that they're going to have a layer 2 or sidechain kind of protocol for their DEX coming out that will likely be a lot more friendlier and easier to use than the other DEXs who are running on L1. There is some trade-offs here of decentralization, and the way things are structured are going to be a lot different and probably harder to understand for the base user, but the end experience is likely to be something much smoother to your everyday Joe. Now, I'm not 100% sure where things are going with Macomata projects and people porting over to Cardano, but I do know that overall, having this ability is something that will help blossom not only TVL, but just overall projects and development on Cardano, which is huge in my mind. And long term, this will add up and compound. The amount of people that are going to be switching over to Cardano because they now can using Solidity is going to be significant. Lastly, in terms of Ethereum bridges, we also have something that even makes it easier for Ethereum projects to port over to Cardano, and that is the ERC20 token converter bridge for any Plutus enabled token compatibility. SingularityNet is the kind of partnership behind this with the AGIX token. I do have a bit of SingularityNet. It is down 70%, but it has went up recently with this announcement. Interesting stuff. But the rollout to mainnet for this bridge, the ERC20 token converter that everyone's been waiting for a long time now, is happening on April 18th. And this is something that when I put in my YouTube video, people click because people want to know, when can I take my AGIX or whatever tokens that projects are going to port over to Cardano or promising to, when can I take those tokens and take them off of the gas fees from Ethereum and put them on Cardano where I can transact back and forth freely with no worry that I'm going to lose $50 to $200 on a single transaction. And that's pretty much it for today's video. There's not too much else to talk about. Well, actually, there is a lot to talk about. I could probably go on for hours, but that's to sum it all up what's been interesting and having my eyes attention lately. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been your friend Jack. Take care. Peace out.